morning, Cardinals! And welcome to this incredibly special day of celebration. I am Dr. Alexander Agnete, President of the State University here at Plattsburgh, and it's my pleasure to welcome you to our 2024 Winter Commencement. Please remain standing for our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave, the brave.
Please be seated. As an institution that takes great pride in conscious efforts toward building a more and inclusive community, we must take time to acknowledge that our campus is situated on land that belongs to the Iroquois, Western Abenaki, Mohican, and Mohawk peoples. We honor the original caretakers of this and surrounding land and offer respect to the Haudenosaunee who are still here. This land and body of water, now known as Lake Champlain, was inhabited and nurtured by these peoples for thousands of years. We must do the same to nurture and protect this sacred land. This statement is a mere fraction of the steps needed to fight against systemic indigenous erasure. We are settlers on their land, and we strive to be accountable by remembering this history and cultivating respect in our relationships with our indigenous neighbors and this land. Thank you. It is now my pleasure to introduce our distinguished platform guests. I will ask each guest to stand when their name is called, and that you please hold your applause until all have been introduced. First, Dr. Marcus Tai, Provost and Senior Vice President of Academic Affairs. Heidi Kelly, Member of the University Council and Acting Chair. James Coffey, Member of the University Council. Susie Kamala Shusi, today's honorary doctoral degree recipient. Billy Jones, New York State Assemblyman for the 115th District. Anna Liam, Member of the University Council. Justin Elmendorf, President of the Plattsburgh Alumni Association. Sukhpreet Kaur, Member of the graduating class of 2024 and today's featured student speaker. Allison Hurd, Vice President for Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion. Chris Rosenquist, Member of the University Council and Mayor of the City of Plattsburgh. Sidney Garrett, Member of the University Council. Dan Steck, New York State Senator for the 45th District. Bridget Heine, Associate Professor of Communication Studies and Chair of our Faculty Senate. Dr. Sandra Rizak, Chair and Associate Professor of Sociology and Presiding Officer of the faculty. Ann Whitmore Hansen, Vice President, Institutional Advancement. Dr. Meg Pearson, Dean of the School of Arts and Sciences. Dr. Brian Newruther, Dean of the School of Business and Economics. Dr. Denise Samar, Dean of the School of Education, Health and Human Services. Michael Cashman, Member of the University Council and Supervisor of the Town of Plattsburgh. And Karen McGrath, Vice President of Enrollment and Student Success. Please join me in welcoming our distinguished platform guests. I would now like to recognize some of today's graduates. Several of you will receive your degrees this morning with honors. Your academic achievements are commendable. Students who have earned a grade point average between 3.4 and 3.69 out of a possible 4.0 will graduate cum laude. Will those students please stand and be recognized? Congratulations. Students who have earned a grade point average between 3.7 and 3.89 receive their degrees magna cum laude. Would those students please stand and be recognized? Congratulations. Students who have earned a grade point average of 3.9 or higher, and that's almost straight A's, will graduate summa cum laude today. Please stand and be recognized by your fellow students, faculty, family, and friends. Congratulations to you as well. Some of our graduates today are actively serving in the reserves, in the National Guard, or are veterans of the United States Armed Forces. Many of you in attendance today are also active veterans of service. We would ask all of you to stand today to be recognized for your service to our country. Thank you. We would not be here today if it were not for the scholars, teachers, and mentors who have supported all of our graduates throughout their entire educational journey. I would like for us to recognize the many faculty and professional staff who have guided this graduating class through a rigorous course of academic study and supported them throughout their entire university experience. Would the faculty and professional staff please stand? Graduates, this is your opportunity to show them your appreciation. Thank you. In addition to the dedicated faculty and staff, there are many others who have been crucial to your success, specifically your family members, partners, loved ones, and friends. These individuals have provided the encouragement and support that made it possible for you to reach this moment today. Some of our students would not be graduating today without these individuals. If you are a family member, a partner, a loved one, or a special person to a graduating student, please stand so we can recognize you as well. Graduates, please join me in expressing gratitude to those who have been with you every step of the way. It is now my distinct honor to introduce our honorary doctoral degree recipient, Susie Kamala, who writes and publishes as Sushi. Before I do, let me take a moment to share the significance of this occasion. The conferral of an honorary degree is rare and a prestigious event, and it's reserved for individuals whose achievements and contributions have had a profound impact in their fields and beyond. This degree represents the highest honor SUNY Plattsburgh and SUNY can bestow, celebrating extraordinary vision, leadership, and service. Today, we recognize Susie Kamala with a Doctor of Fine Arts, or DFA, degree. A celebrated author, editor, and educator, Susie is a Cardinal Class member of 1974, English graduate, who has made significant contributions to literature and creative writing worldwide. Currently holding the prestigious Jenks Chair in Contemporary Letters at the College of the Holy Cross, she has received significant recognition for her literary work. Her stories have earned distinctions such as the Cohen Award from the Plowshares for the best short story. Susie is also shortlisted for the inaugural Man of Asia Literary Prize, a prestigious award recognizing the best contemporary novels by Asian authors, for her novel Habit of a Foreign Sky. Additionally, her writing has been positively reviewed and featured in the New York Times, further establishing her reputation as a significant voice in contemporary literature. As a SUNY Plattsburgh alumna, Susie has remained closely connected to our campus, mentoring students and sharing her experiences through events and presentations. Her commitment to supporting diversity and inclusion is exemplified by her planned gift to establish the Sushi Class of 1974 Endowed Scholarship. This scholarship will support BIPOC, LGBTQ+, and international students and students with disabilities. Susie, we are truly inspired by your contributions and honored to have you here today to share some words of wisdom with the graduating class today. Please join me in welcoming Susie Kamala to the lectern.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning, Cardinals. It's great to be back. They have me standing on this because I'm just too short with tall presidents like this. President Ayadi, esteemed faculty, University Council members, honored guests. First of all, many, many thanks to SUNY for this honorary doctorate. It's totally undeserved since I really didn't do the homework to earn it. But I'm deeply, deeply grateful and proud to be an alum of the class of '74. SUNY Plattsburgh set me on a path of what became a wonderful career and life, one that somehow earned this honor. To the SUNY Plattsburgh class of 2024, you'll soon be alums as well, embarking on your own careers and lives. Since I've ended up as a writer of stories, I'll tell you a very short story, not a whole novel, okay, of two valuable lessons I learned right here at Plattsburgh State that prepared me for the challenges in my career and life. So in 1971, I'm a freshman, and in order to meet my phys ed requirement, I enrolled in trampolining. I'd never been on a trampoline before, and it seemed really exciting. So at the first class, Coach Bud Bayer said to me, to pass this course, you have to do a front flip. I freaked. No way, I said. He looked me in the eye and said, don't worry, you can do it. Over the semester, he built up my confidence by taking us step by step towards that move. If at first you fail, try again, he said. Well, I eventually did that front flip and passed. A valuable lesson. You can do what may seem too difficult if you're not afraid to try. So fast forward 6 years, I'm 25, working at Cathay Pacific Airways in Hong Kong, the marketing department, and I get my first big promotion as advertising superintendent. It meant a pay raise, business travel around the airline's network, coordinating with the Australian ad agency on all the ads and commercials. I was excited. Then my boss gave me a major assignment. I need better monthly budget reports, he said, because what the agency gave him only showed what we paid but not what was already committed, which wasn't sufficient for him to report to senior management. Can you do that? He asked. I was silently freaking out, but replied, of course. Back in my office, I pulled out the voluminous monthly budget reports and stared at those pages and pages of numbers. This was math. I'd been an English major. I was good at reviewing, creative work, communicating with people, writing status reports. But math? This was about at the time, $5 million annual budget, reported in 13 different currencies. Ouch. But like trampolining, failure was not really an option. I spent weeks reading those pages, trying to understand what each line item meant, how media buy discounts and its charges for the creative fees were calculated, to figure out how each separate report added up. This was Coach Byers' step-by-step approach. What I discovered was that numbers, like literature, can also tell a story if you take the time to learn the vocabulary. Just don't be afraid to try. I did work out how to state the numbers and compile the report my boss needed. So, the second lesson. In junior year, I enrolled in Bruce Butterfield's Western European Literature course. By then, I'd been getting A's in English. I did well in courses that required, essays and papers, and figured I can ace this. So imagine my horror when I get my first paper back with red marks all over the page and a grade of C. But what I discovered, once I read through all his comments, was this: never underestimate what you still can learn if you rise to the challenge. Here was a professor who truly challenged me. He marked where to include more examples, how to improve syntax, how to deepen my critical analysis. I learned to read my assignments much more closely and wrote much better papers and earned my A. So fast forward almost 40 years. I've been teaching graduate-level creative writing now for several years, and I was faculty chair at Vermont College. This was their low residency MFA, a Master of Fine Arts in Creative Writing. So City University of Hong Kong approached me, and they asked me to start up Asia's first low residency MFA. It's high profile, well compensated, but I had to relocate. It meant a very, very long distance relationship with my partner and home in New York. I agreed in part because my mother had Alzheimer's, and this afforded me a way to go home to take care of her. And by 2010, I launched this new 2-year program, and over the next 4 years, we enrolled about 120 students from a dozen countries representing 20 nationalities. The program outcomes were good. We raised the English department's rankings because the first cohorts published successfully, and they won literary awards. And then, in 2013, the university unexpectedly decided to close the program. The students and faculty were furious. They joined with writers and academics around the world to register the protests. There were many reasons behind this closure that ballooned into this international news and social media story. Our dean and department head had each resigned rather abruptly, and that contributed to the mess, and the university was also restructuring. The president of the college appointed an acting head of English. This was a professor from political science, and his job was to be hatchet man. Previously, he was the acting chair at Chinese, and he closed a cultural studies master's program and dismissed several faculty. I was now in the firing line. This was like getting a C on that paper after getting mostly A's. I was horrified. But here was my challenge. How do I get an A out of this C- or even D situation? When a program closes, the university still has to deliver the curriculum to any enrolled student. My most important responsibility was to my students. The closure wasn't their fault, and it was still a good program regardless. If I did not fold to management and take whatever severance they offered and leave, I could manage things well for the remaining, there were about 45 or so students, and the adjunct faculty that I'd hired. After all, the public sympathy was on my side, and who knew more about this program than me? So I gave the hatchet man a proposal. It projected the last possible date that all the cohorts would have to finish, with alternative paths for students given the closure. So most of the students chose to complete within their 2 years. A few required longer, and a handful transferred elsewhere. In the end, I bought my students 3 more program years to deliver their promised curriculum properly, and graduated the last student in 2016. I also got the students a budget from the provost to compile and publish an anthology of their creative writing. They all wanted and deserved, I felt, something to prove that their short-lived degree program signified. By the time I left, I felt I got my A. I still hear from graduates who continue to write, publish, get jobs, do well, which softens the sting of the program closure. Rising to that challenge also enhanced my professional profile, and several universities in Asia, the UK, and the US contacted me about international MFAs. Oh, and that partner in New York, our relationship survived the distance, and he's now my husband. So that's one short story of how Plattsburgh State served my life and career well. Congratulations, graduates. Take away your own best lessons from Plattsburgh State and go lead your own wonderful lives. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr. Kamala. I would now ask that Provost Tai join me at the lectern.
We will now present the candidates for degrees. Because we believe that each candidate should be formally and publicly recognized on this day of celebration, each will cross the stage to be congratulated. Dr. Tracy Guzio, Professor of English and Director of the Red K Honors Program, and Dr. Shauna Medford-Kelty, Associate Professor of Theater and Department Chair, will announce each graduate's name. Heidi Kelly, Acting Chair of the University Council, will present diploma covers to each of the candidates as their names are announced. Will the candidates for the Master of Arts, Master of Science, Master of Science in Education, Combined Bachelor of Arts and Master of Science for Teachers, Combined Bachelor of Science and Master of Science, Certificate of Advanced Study, or Graduate Certificate, please stand. President Enyedi, on behalf of the faculty of the State University of New York at Plattsburgh, I am pleased to recommend these candidates be granted the master's, combined bachelor's and master's degrees, or certificate which they have earned.
Thank you, Provost Tai. On the recommendation of the outstanding faculty and by virtue of the authority vested in me by the trustees of the State University of New York, I hereby confer upon you the degree you have earned, with all the rights, responsibilities, and privileges pertaining thereunto. Congratulations. Please be seated. The recipients of these degrees will now come forward by row. Please follow the directions on when to stand and advance. Graduates will be joined on stage by the Dean of Education, Health and Human Services, and members of the program faculty.
Megan McCarty. Kayla Marino. Michael Brockway Jr., summa cum laude. Lillian Nielsen. Joyce Guevara, cum laude. Haley Tender, summa cum laude. Ariel Murray, cum laude. Carissa Wardwell, summa cum laude. Lydia Harvey. Kaylee Dole. Adam Miro. Jonathan Gomez, summa cum laude. Derek Ferguson, cum laude. Alex Marcoux, cum laude. Zane Ovett, cum laude. David McDonough, magna cum laude. Logan Valerio, magna cum laude. Julita Wachowski. Lydia Pavetta. Ashton Wright. James J. Jacoby. Colette Vasquez. Chase Sawyer. Andrew Shilak. Kalijah Hawk. Kennedy Schwalm. Melissa J. Isla Brandt McGoughlin Dreer. Jessica Vigor. Gwyneth Gollin. Brianna McDuff. Christian Gilman. Michaela Taylor. Krista Kane. Jennifer Van Dyke. Lexi Veach. Eric-Heffany Jimenez. Renata Ferreira. Noel Caceres. Jaminatu Jallo, cum laude. Greg Roslanowski, summa cum laude. Nathan Kinblum. Courtney Titherington. Abigail Miro. Cameron Pasha. Jenna Rivers.
Will Provost Ty please join me at the lectern?
Will the candidates for the Bachelor of Arts or the Bachelor of Science degrees please stand? President Enyedi, on behalf of the great and dedicated faculty of the State University of New York at Plattsburgh, I am pleased to recommend that these candidates be granted the bachelor's degree they have earned.
On the recommendation of the outstanding faculty and by the virtue of the authority vested in me by the trustees of the State University of New York, I hereby confer upon you the degree of Bachelor of Arts or Bachelor of Science with all the rights, privileges pertaining thereunto. Congratulations. Please be seated. The recipients of these degrees will now come forward by individual row. Please follow the directions on when to stand and advance.
Tegan Seymour. Gianna De Jesus. Dylan Witt. Evan Howe. Grisbel Peña Para. Keely Hewling. Darnell Harris. Jabez Walker. Jonathan Pekka. Lindsay Minkus. Bernard Sherman, summa cum laude. Samantha Jardine, summa cum laude. Abigail Favreau. Brianna Bracey, cum laude. Yvette Escobar, magna cum laude. William Reddy. Kelsey Greenthal, cum laude. Skylar Staley, cum laude. Sukhpreet Kaur, cum laude. Reese Sharon. Ashley Donato, summa cum laude. Cassidy Robert, summa cum laude. Jessica Ansanta Mensa. Cindy Owosu. Elizabeth Amakwa. Giovanna Wright. Isaiah Bullock. Daniel Nicholas. Aaron Frey, cum laude. Alaniana Maharaj, magna cum laude. Anna Shinsin, magna cum laude. Kaylee Bodway, magna cum laude. Beth Dellas, cum laude. Danielle Costello. Grace Rassacote, summa cum laude. Zoya Hayes, summa cum laude. Joseph Pardo. Julia Dixon. Colin Bolbrook, cum laude. John Dublonic. Michael Villani III. Thomas McDonough, cum laude. Davin Sherwood, summa cum laude. Isabella Johnston. Caleb Trombley. John Bush. Alexia Rosado. Riley Strader. Gabrielle Hanno. Haley Gokul, magna cum laude. Lucy Frary, magna cum laude. Rihanna Prentice. Bridget August. Nadia Pascal. Madeline Lehman, cum laude. Hannah Cluck. Zach Durhack. Matthew Tomlinson. Riley Turner. John Eisman. Everett Harris.
Janiyah Johnson. Daniel Calkins. Tyler Harsh. Aiden Rogers. Tyler Gooley, cum laude. Journey Odell. Sierra Sipperly. Jack Harrop. Aiden Edwards. Daniel Clements. Mudapoalua Badmus, cum laude. Quran Powell, magna cum laude. Hamadou Dumboya, cum laude. Genesis Burgos. Shania Fairweather. Mustafa Diop. Tucker Provost. Tiana Andra Williams. Andrew Morak. Yanaris Ortiz. Melissa Morton. Georgina Meraz de Santiago. Anastasia Popova, summa cum laude. Kirsten Brown, magna cum laude. Nicole Schell, magna cum laude. Isabella Cook. Stella Saarinen. Rohan Nasre.
Henry Cole. Kyle Clerget.
Suzanne Tracy, magna cum laude. Amy Ward. Brianna Smith. Alexandra Sidorova, summa cum laude. Yuki Ochi, summa cum laude. Alexander Vasuta. Elijah Garrow. Dana Richards. Candace Nelson. Neller. Gabriel Neller, magna cum laude.
Graham Vollmer. Wilma Satish Kumar, summa cum laude. Brianne Garvin. Kanifa Mo. Nana Ajiman. Zhu Yudan, summa cum laude. Molly Bell. Emma Anderson. Victoria Lowe. Lily Stum. Liam Sample, summa cum laude. Casey Granger. Amanda Ogany. Corey McLeish. Sarai Smiley. Michael Nolan. Alanika Noble. Ibra Bake. Benjamin Asmara. Kevin Abundanza. Carter Mosher. Kalia Reed.
Graduates, I have one word to say. Congratulations! It is a tradition at SUNY Plattsburgh for a student member of the graduating class to be our featured speaker at this momentous occasion. Sukhpreet Kaur is earning a degree in biomedical sciences. She is from Karnak, India. Sukhpreet chose SUNY Plattsburgh because of our strong support for international students, its reputation for academic excellence, and its beautiful campus. The biomedical sciences program aligned perfectly with her interest in healthcare and research. After graduation, Sukhpreet hopes to start and operate her own pharmaceutical or cosmetic company. She has always dreamed of using her education and entrepreneurial spirit to develop products that improve people's lives. Cardinals always do that, so thank you. It is a goal that is deeply personal to her, and she remains committed to working hard to make this a reality. Please join me in welcoming Sukhpreet Kaur as today's featured speaker. Sukhpreet?
Thank you so much, President NAD and platform guests. It's truly an honor to speak in front of friends, family, and faculty that has shaped the class that I'm so proud to represent. Class of 2024, a big round of applause to you guys. Jo bole so nihal, sat shri akal. It's a Punjabi way of greeting. Today, we gather to celebrate what we do know. For most of our lives, we have measured our accomplishments in terms of awards, certificates, trophies that has filled the shelves of our childhood homes. These symbols of knowledge and achievement helped us get here today. But as I stand here with you, class of 2024, I want to share something counterintuitive that I've learned from this journey, the power of not knowing. I grew up in India, a land rich in culture and tradition. As the eldest daughter of a South Asian household, being the first in my family to attend college here in the States meant there was a lot that I didn't know. When it came time to apply to the colleges, I asked my parents, where should I apply? And they too said, we don't know. We don't know. These words used to make me feel powerless, as if I don't know was an ending with no way forward. But as I made my way from India to the United States of America, I began to redefine that feeling of uncertainty. I realized that in every instance of not knowing, there was an invitation to discover. Whenever I felt powerless, I would turn to the confronting words of Gurbani, a Sikh prayer that became my anchor. Deha shivavar mohe ye, shubh karman te kabho na daro. ना डरो और सो जब जाए लड़ो, निश्चय कर अपनी जीत करो. These lines reminded me to stay courageous in the face of the unknown and steadfast in my pursuit of good deeds, no matter what other challenges coming on my way. Biomedical sciences was a field I didn't even had heard about it before coming to these States. And yet here I am today, get a degree in it. My journey is uniquely my own. But SUNY Plattsburgh has shaped each of our stories in countless ways. The opportunities here encouraged us to grow. The resources helped us to gain knowledge. And the challenges allowed us to ask questions and uncover who we truly are. These years taught us the skills to step confidently into the workforce or to the graduate school, to become the best versions of ourselves. And though I, like many of you sitting here, am still uncertain where life will take me next, but I know that SUNY Plattsburgh has instilled in us the confidence to succeed no matter where we go. Like everybody here in this field house, I really struggled here. Yet, there's so much beauty in the struggle, and even more in overcoming it. We have faced it all, from the profound challenges of a global pandemic to the frustration of barely passing Class Chem 112. If you did it, from experiencing our first college heartbreaks to missing out on dream jobs and opportunities, our time here was far from easy. But honestly, when has anything worthwhile ever come easy? Without the pandemic, we won't have the stories of braving a global crisis to share with our grandkids. Without those all-nighters, we wouldn't have those crazy memories of pushing through together. Without heartbreaks, we wouldn't have leaned on our support system, our friends, and couldn't have felt whole when we felt broken inside. And without those rejections, we wouldn't have learned that what we thought was our dream job might not have been our dream all along. Every one of these struggles has added to our story. Each challenge has shaped us for whatsoever come next. To the SUNY Plattsburgh community, to our friends, to our families, thank you so much for being a part of this journey and help us become who we are today. We all have had teachers who have impacted us here. I had Professor Nana Ankra. Thank you so much for seeing the potential in me and giving me the courage to believe in myself. Dr. Rajesh Sanasi, you honestly made me fall in love with the organic chemistry. My favorite place on campus is library, not because I worked for more than 3 years there, because Linda was always there to lend an understanding ear and hear me whenever I had to say and tell her something. And I'll never forget how nervous I was in my first semester here, but meeting Trudy at Clinton changed everything for me. Her kindness made me feel right at home, and I couldn't help but call her grandma till today. She's 90, by the way. Our greatest support system is our family. For me, it's my younger brother, Manhir, who has been my rock these 4 years. He's younger, but I can always count on him. He's the best gift I could have ever asked for. My mom is my inspiration. She has sacrificed so much to see me here where I am today. And lastly, thank you so much, Mama and Mommy, for always supporting me. You are the reason I'm standing here. My father always said that an Indian woman is always dependent on others. First her father, then her husband, and then her son. But I wanted to be different. I wanted independence. And education was my path to get that freedom. I'm super grateful to my mom and dad for giving me wings and courage to fly halfway across the world to find my place here. Class of 2024. We started this journey much like one another. Unsure, hopeful, and ready to grow. Wounded but bandaged, bandaged but healing. I have witnessed the hard work we have poured into these 4 years. And look at us today, we are getting our degrees. As we close this chapter, my wish for you, class of 2024, is to embrace the power of not knowing. May every unknown ahead be a doorway to discovery. Remember, not having all the answers is the part of the journey. It keeps us curious, grounded, and open to life's surprises. Trust in the magic within you and let the uncertainty guide you to the places beyond your imagination. This is me, Supreet Kaur, signing off. See you all in the next season of life. Vaheguru Ji ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji ki Fateh. Jo bole so nihal, Sat Shri Akal. And now, together, as cardinals, it's the time for us to leave this nest, spread our wings, and soar onwards. Today, I have been honored to be conferred by the rights of virtue of the Office of Student Association President to help mark this passage for the class of 2024. Please rise. On the count of 3, please join me in moving your tassels from the right side of your mortarboard to the left over your heart. The true home, your alma mater, SUNY Plattsburgh. Let the countdown begin, okay? 1, 2, and 3. Congratulations, class of 2024. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Sukhpreet, and graduates, you may sit. It is now my pleasure to introduce Justin Elmendorf, class of 2004 alumnus of SUNY Plattsburgh and president of the Plattsburgh Alumni Association. Justin?
Thank you, President Agnetti. On behalf of the Plattsburgh Alumni Association, it is my pleasure to congratulate the class of 2024. The Plattsburgh Alumni Association is the official organization of the college's more than 74,000 alumni. Our mission is to enhance alumni connections with the university and to actively support the SUNY Plattsburgh student experience, especially with regard to career and life preparation. I speak for my colleagues on the alumni board when I offer you our sincere congratulations. We are most hopeful that you will continue your involvement with your alma mater. You all have an important role as alumni of SUNY Plattsburgh. We hope you will ensure students following in your footsteps will also enjoy the Plattsburgh experience we are celebrating here today. So stay in touch. We want to know where you are and what you're doing. and then come back for your first homecoming weekend as alumni, September 26th to the 28th. Congratulations and welcome to the Plattsburgh Alumni Association.
Thank you, Justin. And let me end this ceremony by wishing each of our graduates much success in your careers and your lives. You entered today as students, and you will leave as graduates, but you will remain Cardinals forever. Congratulations again, class of 2024. I would encourage you to take some time to see a professor or a mentor who's here today before you leave. I'd also like to thank the following: our faculty marshal, Dr. Mohammed Gaber. Thank you, Mohammed. Our signer, Joanna Jackson. The pipes and drums for leading the processional, and the many, many faculty and professional staff who volunteered to assist us today. And to our guests, thank you for attending. Each of you has a profound impact on the lives of our graduates. And finally, to our graduates, congratulations, you did it. Way to go. I would ask that you please wait until the graduates, faculty, and platform party have left the gymnasium. You then may go meet your graduates upstairs in the Fieldhouse lobby, or if you're brave, outside in the warm weather we have today. Thank you very much, and congratulations again.
Parents do want to go out, you can. Or they can
Just one look at you, and I know it's gonna be a lovely day. When the day that lies ahead of me seems impossible to face, when someone else instead of me always seems to know the way, then I